This week, Creepy Potato Man stares us out in Carlo. Connor tries to run me over. And some big scary birds flap their wings. Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm Connor.
And together with our Turkish rescue dog Winnie,
we've swapped our usual 9 to 5 to travel in our 24-year-old motorhome Bumblebee.
As we explore some of Europe's hidden gems, find amazing scenery and make lasting memories,
we are bee-bound.
As we headed into County Carlo, we stopped to visit Ducket Grove, a stunning abandoned country house. Built in 1745 on an estate covering more than 5,000 acres, the property now stands in disrepair, having been damaged by a serious fire in the 1930s. The property was heavily extended in the mid-1820s by English architect Thomas Cobden for the owner John Ducket. After the death of the last Ducket in the male bloodline, William, his second wife Maria lived on the property in 1908. And after having disinherited her only daughter, the property stood vacant. In 1933, a large fire broke out overnight, which led to great speculation about the cause. Annoyingly, our Starlink dish had decided to pack up now, so we headed into Carlo Town in search of some reliable internet and to cheer ourselves up. Once we knew that Carlo had its own castle, we expected great things after Ducket Grove. Unfortunately, we found out that only half of it was still standing after the owner, at the time, decided to blow half of it up when trying to renovate it. Would you believe, of all the places, we've found a Wetherspoons? How is it? Chocolatey?
I think it just tastes like Guinness.
Oh,
I don't taste any difference. Was it cheaper?
a lot cheaper, I think.
I'm not getting any chocolatey notes.
So it's a meh, a wah wah wah?
No, it's a nice, but it's just no different.
Okay.
You didn't do it from a Guinness tap, did you?
No, it's a Beamish, definitely. Well, that's the verdict. So we're in Carlo Town. I got myself a little trim and we've parked up just outside the church, which is not really very
We're
ideal.
doing a stealth.
Yeah, we're doing a stealth camp today. But knowing what we know about Irish churches, we've probably made a bit of a silly decision because it's going to be noisy in the morning. So we're going to try not to get too hungover.
But we're hiding from what's the storm name?
Storm Kathleen, I think. So we're actually quite well sheltered where we've parked between the buildings, so it's much safer than being anywhere near trees or being out in the open. So we're hoping, it might be a noisy wake up from the churchgoers, but hopefully not too bad. But yeah, we're going to go out, have some dinner and have some drinkies. Base, our barley biscuit base. So we've just had a lovely stay just outside Kilkenny to weather down the storm. We thought Storm Kathleen had gone. I think this is just the tail of her. Like, it's
Storm Kathleen is a mofo.
Yeah, it's just raining non-stop since about, what do you reckon, 3 o'clock in the morning? And it's now gone 1 o'clock. So it's a day of rain.
It's meant to rain until 10.
Yeah.
But then tomorrow it's not meant to rain.
So we decided today, we were like, great, we'll do something indoorsy. Connor had to work this morning. We found some caves called, I think it's Dunmore Caves. But they're closed Mondays and Tuesdays. So that rules out that idea. So we're going to carry on with a services day. So we've already emptied the grey, emptied the toilet, filled up with water. We now need to do some washing. What else do we need to do? Anything else? We filled up with gas yesterday, so we're pretty full. And I think we've brought back about 10 litres more water than when we got out of the vehicle just on our clothes. But we're off to find another park up for a lovely walk in the dry tomorrow. With rumours of better weather and a potential glimpse of the partial solar eclipse, we headed south towards our park up. So I don't know why, but I have a feeling we are not going to see this eclipse tonight. Conditions are suboptimal. The morning did look a lot brighter, and forecasts were good for our climb up Brandon Hill. So today we're climbing Brandon Hill, which at 567 metres is a little bit shorter than the Blackstairs mountain that we climbed the other day. But we've already climbed in the first 20 minutes. Winnie! Just found a freshwater stream. In the first 20 minutes we've already climbed 150 metres, so it's quite a steep incline at the start. But then the route takes us around the hill rather than straight up the mountain, so hopefully once we reach a little bit higher we'll start to level off. But you can see the evidence of last night's rainfall all around. And it's obviously just coming straight down the hill, already quite high up. Some gorgeous views down into County Kilkenny. Quite large parts of Kilkenny flooded yesterday. We were listening to the local radio station who, spent a lot of their time talking about the floods. Winnie,
Come on! There we go. Come on!
So we just found this natural. Oh, it doesn't taste very nice, to be fair. Num num num. Time for Winnie's bath. Morning swim. Whoa. Shake. Oh, lovely. And there's B all the way down there. history. More importantly, recently listed on Ireland's version of Rightmove is this gorgeous studio, gorgeous views. Needs renovation. It's actually quite spooky in there. This is literally the only respite we have from the wind. But absolutely amazing views. So we were just caught in the most intense downpour of rain and hailstones, and now it's gorgeous sunshine.
That's the rain cloud we just got caught in.
Yeah. Winnie doesn't care.
She doesn't give a damn, does she?
We're starting to realise that our waterproofs are not very waterproof. I have the problem where my waterproof jacket is just a little bit too small for me and doesn't fit over my head, so when the wind and the rain gets you, considering we're walking into the hail and the rain, it just blows straight off and it's completely useless. So that was fun. This should have been our path. Had to take a slight detour up here. Now the clumsy one attempts the crossing. One.
Like a pro.
You could have done it a bit quicker. He did it! Yay! Well done. Like a pro, okay. Absolutely flooded along here. Just shows you the sheer downpour that we had last night. And it's still coming down off the mountain, so.
As we continued to descend, the exposed landscape turned into lush forest and we corkscrewed around the hill back towards B.
So yeah, yesterday we planned to do this really cool walk called Brennan Castle.
It was in a place called Thomastown.
Thomastown, yeah. We parked up in Thomastown to sleep outside this church, which is really cool. We woke up, Connor did his work, and then we went off to go for this walk. But the entrance to the walk, basically the only way to start the walk, was so muddy and flooded that it was just impossible for us to do it.
It's easier to swim it, I think.
Winnie obviously was in her element, but we were like, nope, definitely not. And yesterday, after that failed attempt at a walk, we went to the pub instead. It was all very odd. We were the only customers in this pub, and the man was watching something called Resident Alien. It, honest to God, was the worst thing we've ever seen.
Come on.
Just found like a burrow of some description. So yeah, the atmosphere was a bit un-Irish in this pub with this programme that we were watching. And we tried to find any other open pub in this town, considering the town itself had 5-6 pubs.
6.
And it was only about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and this was the only one that was open. So we ditched that, and then just went back to the van. So today kind of worked. We drove a bit further north because we were planning to be in Kilkenny for the weekend, and we wanted to do something called Dunmore Cave, which we're going to do tomorrow. And we went on a woods walk earlier at about lunchtime, drove to our park up for today, and went to this park up, had lunch, and now we're just having an evening walk in these gorgeous woods which are surrounded by like some sort of monastery. There's like a really old fancy monastery that is now a private house.
We're in the middle of nowhere, aren't we?
We are in the middle of nowhere, and you can just hear, I mean, there's bluebells popping up that you can really see. It's just very, very pretty and very calm and quiet.
Around 7 miles outside of Kilkenny city, Dunmore Cave has some of the most preserved calcite formations in Ireland. The earliest historical reference to the cave dates back to the 14th century and is listed as one of the darkest places in Ireland. I mean, obviously, it's a bloody cave. It's also recorded as being the site of a great Viking massacre in 928 AD, with many human remains having been found within the cave network. Many of the remains belong to women and children, and it's believed that they would have been hiding in the cave and are likely to have died from asphyxiation as the Vikings tried to smoke them out of the cave. In 1999, a hoard of 43 silver and bronze items were discovered within the cave. Archaeologists date these back to 970 AD. As we continue to drive further south, and with a craving for pizza, we visit Kilkenny city.
Finally, we have pizza. Honestly, God, Dad, we have been waiting 2 weeks to have this pizza. We tried in Carlo and we failed. The pizza restaurant we tried to find in Carlo literally only had 4 tables. So we finally booked to go to Kilkenny and have proper sourdough pizza. Cheers. So it seems our eyes were bigger than our bellies. We both managed to eat half a pizza each, which means tomorrow's lunch is another half a pizza.
You did.
Elegantly done.
With the south coast looming closer, we headed to the Hook Peninsula. Marketed as the Ring of Hook, this 1-hour loop drive is littered with stunning beaches and castle ruins. With the weather starting to improve, we arrived at Hook Lighthouse. Dating back to the 13th century, this working lighthouse gave us great views out across the Waterford estuary.
Stumbled upon this really cool abandoned monastery which was established in the 5th century by a Welsh monk. Spooky.
We then visited the ruins of Templeton Church, which served as the headquarters for the Knights Templar in Wexford. The religious military order was founded in the 12th century to protect Christian pilgrims and had become well known for their wealth and power. We were able to wander around the grounds and even climb to the upper floor, which was quite well preserved considering it was open to the elements. Continuing around the Hook Peninsula, we reached the secluded waters of Dollar Bay by climbing down the steep dunes onto the sands below. The beach's unusual name comes from a local legend that a large haul of pirate treasure is buried somewhere in the sand. We didn't find any treasure, but Winnie still did some digging just to be sure. We found a beautiful waterfall on the cliff face, which added to the calm of this lovely bay.
So the only problem with coming to absolutely gorgeous little beaches like this is that you get yourself caught down little windy roads that have no car park and nowhere else to turn around. So Connor's expert reversing round bend, so he's going to attempt it. So as Connor was reversing, he's trapped me into all these brambles, and B will now not go into first. So I am trapped and can't get out from behind the van until, well, the engine cools down, or I don't really know, until we can get into first. Yay!
Sorry, but...
Hello.
Can't you get through here?
Are you joking?
No.
Can you not see these branches?
I can.
It's like a whole tree and they're thorny. And I think I trod in a human poo. Thank you, whoever that was. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
So, absolutely stunning view of this beach. We're on Carnan Beach. So we started the Ring of Hook yesterday, which is a cute little peninsula with a lighthouse on the end, and we're going to carry that on today and then see where we end up.
It's basically just beautiful beaches around, isn't there?
Honestly, you look at this beach here and you think it would be somewhere in the Mediterranean rather than in the island. It's absolutely lovely, and some of the rocks are almost like volcanic. Still having fun down here.
Oh, more digs.
Very into China, as she likes to do. Oh, that's it. Sandy worm.
I should do the Winnie.
Perfect. So we're actually just admiring how quite a lot of the houses in this town are all thatched, and they look absolutely stunning. So intricate in how they've been done. Genuinely so cool. We were actually just looking up this one, and the owner came out of the house and said hello to us, so it was a bit awkward. But in true Irish fashion, we had a conversation about the weather instead. Absolutely amazing. Here's another one. 2 houses with a gorgeous view behind them. Morning, guys.
Morning.
So today we are in Dunmore East on the south coast. It's about 20 minutes outside of Waterford, and we're going to do the Dunmore to Portally Cove trail. It should take about an hour each way. It's a cute little beach out there. We're a bit disappointed because we're close to some sort of airfield, so we can't use the drone, so we can't get some really cool shots of this cove. But Dunmore East is very pretty, very picturesque.
But we can see the lighthouse where we were the other day.
Yeah, we actually can. Yeah, so the lighthouse that we on the Ring of Hook Lighthouse, funny enough, we can actually see that from where we're parked up. And we're toying with the idea of staying the night where we've parked up. We originally weren't going to stay in Dunmore East because it's not very motorhome friendly, but we'll see.
So that's the end of our second week.
So now we're finally on the coast. We're going to start heading towards Kinsale, which is where the Wild Altantic Way starts. We've also got some friends coming out to see us in Cork for a good weekend out with drinkies.
We really hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you can. It means you get notifications every time we upload a video.
Cheers.
Thank you. What am I saying first?
Oh my.
So that's the end of our second week.
Yep. So oh my God, this really cringy.
So that's the end. No, sorry, stop.